Welcome everyone to my kitchen. Now that we've learned what a menu for $3 a day can look like, we're going to start preparing it. The first thing we'll do is we'll get all the ingredients for our egg salad sandwich, but also we're going to utilize our eggs for deviled eggs. So we'll get our ingredients. Now to make deviled eggs, we need 6 fresh eggs, a quarter cup of mayonnaise, a teaspoon of white vinegar, a teaspoon of yellow mustard, a quarter teaspoon of salt, and also ground pepper. Okay, now we're going to boil our eggs. Get your saucepan out. Put your eggs softly in your pan. Put enough water in the pan to cover your eggs. Boil your eggs for 15 minutes and don't start timing until the water begins to boil. And as soon as your eggs are done boiling, submerge them in ice water immediately, and it helps to soften the shell so it's easier to peel them. Come on. Now that the eggs are done cooking, we're going to drain them and we're going to put them in ice water to chill them. Now we're going to chill the eggs until they're completely cold. Now we'll crack them and get them ready for our deviled eggs and egg salad. Okay. Now our eggs have been cooled and we've assembled our ingredients. The first thing we need to do is wash our hands. Because we're going to utilize our eggs in another recipe also, remember we're going to have deviled eggs this evening and we're going to have egg salad sandwiches for lunch. We're going to turn 2 of the eggs for the deviled eggs, and then the rest will go in for the sandwiches for this evening, or for lunch. So we're going to cut them in half. We're going to mash up the yolks. And now we're going to add the mayonnaise and the other ingredients into this. Remember, it was a 1/4 cup of mayonnaise. A teaspoon of white vinegar. A teaspoon of mustard. A 1/4 teaspoon of salt. And some ground pepper. And mix thoroughly. Now I'm going to wash my hands again, and I'm going to get another plate, 2 more plates out, one for the deviled eggs, one for the egg salad sandwich. I'm going to also get another spoon so I can fill our deviled eggs. Now I've compiled everything. I've got our bread for our sandwich. We've got a spoon so we can make our deviled eggs, and we'll finish this part of our menu. Now I'm going to cut up the rest of the whites of the eggs and put it in my yolk mixture here so I can make the rest of my sandwich. Okay, I'm going to cut up the egg yolk. There's a lot of different variations to this. You can add onions, pickles, lettuce. If you have paprika, put it on the top of your eggs. You can add a little green onions, bacon. Remember to utilize leftovers. I'll wash my hands. And now I'm going to mix the egg white in with the yolk mixture and put my sandwich together. We have our egg salad sandwich and our deviled eggs to go along with all of our menu items for today. Now remember, to eat on $3 a day, you need to use as many items as you can that are dry or in bulk. Anytime it comes out of a can or it's processed, or a lot of pre-frozen dinners are very expensive. So now I'm going to show you how to utilize beans to make a very delicious salad. Now the salad consists of 4 different types of beans. And what I've picked, you can pick your favorite beans. I've picked chickpeas, wax beans, black beans, and green beans. Now the other ingredients will be a half a cup of sugar, a half a cup of vinegar, a half a cup of oil, some salt and pepper, chopped onions, makes our sauce. Now we'll put the mixture together. Now we've compiled all of our ingredients. Let's wash our hands and we'll get started making the sauce. First, you need to put together your sauce. So put your sugar, your oil, and your vinegar together. And your salt and pepper. Now we're going to assemble our beans any way you'd like to assemble them. There's my green beans, my black beans, my chickpeas, and wax beans. Lightly toss your beans because you'll match them. Remember, they've already been pre-cooked. Put your onion in. Sprinkle with your salt and pepper. Lightly toss again. Now remember, when you put your sauce on, it's going to want to run to the bottom. So basically you're marinating your vegetables in your sauce. Now the sauce. You're going to want this salad to sit overnight so the vegetables fully absorb, and it'll have a sweet and sour zing to it. It's a high protein, high fiber meal and goes great along with your egg salad sandwich for lunch. Minestrone soup is our entree for the evening. It incorporates a variety of great tasting flavors to make an incredible soup. We start the night before with soaking our beans. We need 2 different types of beans for our soup. I picked Greater Northern Whites and black beans. I soaked them the night before and I've already got them on the stove simmering. I've incorporated my spices with it. I grow my spices in my garden, which is another great way to save a few dollars. I've put garlic, basil, parsley, and some oregano with salt and pepper in with my beans while they're simmering. Now I'm going to use my white beans liquid for my broth. So that's where I've added all my spices. Now, 30 to 40 minutes before your beans are done, add a cup chopped carrots and a cup of celery, 1 cup of onions, and 2 cups of tomatoes. It could be fresh, stewed, or even tomato juice. Now remember, during this process you might have to add more liquid to your beans while they're simmering. You can add water, you can add broth, chicken, vegetable, or you can add juice. V8 juice, a tomato juice. The last 10 minutes before the beans are finished, add your pasta. You can add a variety of different pastas. I've added a blend. It'll take roughly 8 to 10 minutes for your pastas to cook. Be sure that your soup is on a slow rolling boil so your pasta will cook correctly. Minestrone soup makes a delicious dinner. It's a great way to incorporate protein with vitamins and minerals. Now that we've given you some ideas how to have a menu for $3 a day, remember to plan your menus. Take advantage of all the store sales and also use coupons. Know your unit prices and buy in bulk when you can. Utilize your leftovers in your house. We want to thank you for coming to our presentation today. And we have samples available afterwards, and we will be available to answer any questions.